I want to talk to y'all, and actually this is a really interesting segue because this last panel was brilliant. It's so hard to follow such amazing acts. And they're talking about no, right? This word no. So I want to start with a reality check about this word no. How many of you have been told no in your life? Let me see. Don't be shy. Shout out the answer. No, that's it. So many times, right? Yeah, me too. I feel I could probably wallpaper this entire city of San Diego with the amount of no's that I've heard in my life. And in fact, if rejection was a sport, I'd have all the gold medals, every single one out there. But here's the thing. No one builds anything great without hearing that word first, right? No one changes the world, launches an empire, disrupts an entire industry without someone somewhere telling them, no, can't do it. Impossible. But yeah, here we are. She Talks, a room full of powerhouse women and men. Love you guys, mean it. Because we don't accept impossible. We break those barriers, all of us, just being here today. We can, and we do, redefine what is possible. We rise up. So I am Dr. Marcy Crouch. I'm a board-certified women's health physical therapist. And I want to, no, wait, scratch that. I am changing the way women are having babies for the better, okay? So let me just take you back a few years. I like to tell stories. I like to talk a lot. So Julie is just going to cut me off if I end up going an hour and you guys are like, I'm starving. Please feed us. I can't listen to her talk about vaginas. Threw it in there, right? So I was working in a clinic, okay, doing exactly what I was trained to do as a doctor of physical therapy. I had two very young babies at the time. I had just moved to Los Angeles. My husband at the time had a job there, and we had just moved there. I think my little one wasn't even one yet. And I just decided, yeah, I think this is a good time for me to hang a shingle. Totally. I have all this time. I'm so rested. Yeah, I think I should just open my own practice. It was like so smart, right? So guess what I heard? No. How are you going to do that? Talking about vaginas, yeah. Who is going to take care of your kids? How are you going to afford renting this office? Who's paying for the equipment? You just moved to LA. You're not established here. No doctor knows you. How are you going to get your patients? And all I thought was, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just do it. I'm not really sure, but I mean, I think I can do it. And I did. And guess what? It sucked. It was so hard. But I loved it. And there were months where my 22-year-old nanny made more money than I did. Months. And all I heard was, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You're paying your nanny. You're freaking exhausted. You have all this money coming out. You've got your babies at home. What are you doing? I'm doing my notes at 1 o'clock in the morning. My feverish hand, foot, mouth baby is sleeping on me. And I'm like trying to, complete my notes on my laptop. And I'm thinking, what the heck? This was the worst idea ever. And what was so interesting to me, which I actually didn't realize until way later, is that my patients, the women who I would stop at nothing to help, were also being told no. We both together, collectively, were fighting this uphill battle. It just looked a little bit different. Women were coming to me broken. Okay? I really hate that word but they're feeling broken physically in their bodies, emotionally, mentally, because they had been told no. They don't have the resources, the support or education that they deserve when you get pregnant or figure out how to have a baby or recover from that baby. How many people are mothers in here? Mm-hmm. Did you read that book, What to Expect? Yeah. Was there anything in there teaching you how to poop after you had the baby? Nope. What about rolling over in bed after a C-section?
No.
Nope. So did you know what to expect? No. No. Not ever. No one told them that they don't have to suffer. Women are asking for help. They're being told no. And I kept thinking, why are we doing this? Why is this okay in this field? Why, in a world of cutting edge medicine, in physical medicine, physical therapists, like my bread and butter is injury prevention and rehab and recovery and education and what do you need to do in your life and how can I help your body do that? We're saying, oh yeah, you're fine, totally fine. So normal to pee your pants. Why are you even complaining about that? Just wear a pad. Why are we telling these women no? They're being dismissed. We're not even talking about what happens down there. I mean, y'all, a baby, like a full human, an entire human has to come out of something that is like this big. And nobody's talking about how to actually do that. You know what I mean? It's like wild. And we're not even talking about the postpartum stuff. Pain, leaking urine, prolapse, painful sex, feeling totally disconnected from your bodies. I remember after my babies, I was like, okay, I have a waterbed for an abdomen. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just a passenger in this foreign body, right? It's not even like a strength. It's like, okay, I don't even know how to move. I don't even know how to move. We're told just deal with it. But there are so many easy solutions. Why is the standard of care not even a standard? Can we even say that that is a standard? No, it sucks. Why is the only option of in-person physical therapist that nobody can access? Because we're few and far between. We're expensive because guess what? Insurance doesn't pay for women's health. They don't pay for prevention of injuries. They don't pay for recovery. They don't recognize our codes as medically necessary because normal. It's totally normal. Not to mention geographic location, time. How many of you are like able when you have a brand new baby or maybe going back to work to make appointments in the middle of the day? No one. My patients, I would see them during maternity leave, which was great, whatever that was. And then I'd never see them again because I got to go to work. They have other kids. We've got sports. We've got all these things. And I was like, okay, well then I have to work. My hours need to be like 5 p.m. until midnight. And then I need to work 4 a.m. until 7 a.m. before school and then weekends. Because women and mothers can't do that. We don't have the luxury like men do to make an appointment in the middle of the day. And I'm only one person. I'm one mother. I can only see one person an hour. Like, what's that going to do? It's an impossible mission to change something that is so systemically rooted and systemically deep. I mean, hell, we can't even commit to flossing daily. You know what I mean? Like, how are we going to change the system and how we're talking and thinking about birth and postpartum? So I just was like, well, this won't do. I don't like it. So how do I, a manual therapist, a physical therapist, hands-on, no business experience, took one econ class in college and got the hell out of there. Guns and butter. I don't know what they were talking about. Couldn't do it. So how do I figure out what I'm doing in the clinic and convert it to something that can transcend time? Would it work? Would we see the same effects? I don't know. So what do we do when we have an interesting idea? We ask for opinions.
Or we care.
For validation, for permission. And guess what I heard?
Yeah, like,
no one's going to pay for this. You're a big no one. You don't have any books out. You have a small following on social. The market is saturated. Everyone's doing it. Women don't have time. It's not scalable. You're too loud, Marcy. You talk about vaginas.
not to like them.
Okay? And sex and pooping. And you talk about things that people don't like to talk about. And guess what? They're right. I do all those things. But all of those no's and all of those doubts, they're not the whole truth. They're yeses in disguise. So the world is always going to test your faith in yourself, your ideas, your purpose. And trust me, it's really hard to keep going when every single investor meeting, every business mentor, every expert is saying, now this chick, she be crazy. Even when family, right? People you think are your safe space say, Marcy, just quit. It's so hard. You're so tired. The kids are so young. What are you doing? Don't do this. Don't do it to yourself. And when I hear these words, when I hear the doubt, when I look at my business and get that pit in my stomach that I know we've all had, and go into my closet, cry, scream, eat ramen, I remember one thing, my North Star. And my North Star is that one woman. If I can help one woman, if one woman comes across something I write or post on social or reads whatever, if one woman has a better day, has a better conversation with her doctor, has a better birth, I mean, that's a big one, then I'm going to be just fine. That is my yes. That is my North Star. And so if we have to take anything away today from this, I invite you, challenge you, whatever, the buzzword is now when we talk, it's like inspiring talks, find your North Star. And remember that North Star is different for everyone. And my North Star is the one that keeps me going. Because I was that woman. I know what she is feeling and how hard it is for us. And if it's one person, if my bank account is zero, if every single investor says no, if my operating expenses are quadrupled and I'm not making anything in revenue, but if I get one message from someone that says, oh my God, Marcy, I did your courses. This was my second baby, no tearing. I pushed in 45 minutes. I feel like a new woman.
Good.
That's it. So don't let the no's make you quit. Do not quit. Don't do it. The no's are yeses in disguise, and keep your North Star in your vision.
Right.